get that basketball. He was begging for it. Tatum now with 13 in the first half. Boston by 15. Rebound Miami. Lowry's got it. 5 seconds to go. Lowry hits half court. Tatum now with 13 in the first half. Boston by 15. Rebound Miami. Lowry's got it. 5 seconds to go. Lowry hits half court. Lowry switches to the right hand. And they're going to call a foul against the Celtics. Lowry ran right into Marcus Smart. And Miami has walked to the free throw line, and as a result, they've walked right back into Game 7. Offensive rebound off an air ball three. Jaylen Brown passed out of Bio, attacks the paint, that throws out to the corner. Open, Smart, three, got it! Timeout, Erik Spoelstra.
Just makes some great plays then. And that was kicking over to Marcus Smart, who was standing there in the corner by himself, launching it.
The Celtics aren't dominating. They're not running away and hiding, but they are staying in the lead. Ball in the hands of Lowry out of the Heat logo at half court. Marcus fights under the Adebayo screen. Lowry pounding it at the end of the shot clock. Lowry moving to his left, gets the Adebayo screen, steps into a three and hits it. Didn't have a lot on it, but he had enough. He was pretty close to the line. Bounce pass in the paint. Rob Williams loses the ball. Slapped away from him. And here's Max Strus in the offensive end. Miami trying to make it a one-possession game. Butler gets in deep and scores. Lead is down to 3. And I think it's time to call it a night for Rob Williams. He doesn't have it. Tatum against Strus. Tatum steps to his left, forces a three. Got it! A monster shot by Jason Tatum has put the Celtics up by 12 with 5:47 to go in Game 7. You've been waiting for it all night. Kyle Lowry, the drive on Grant Williams, gets in deep and scores. And now, is Ime going to call the timeout? He's not. The lead is down to 5. He's going to let him play through it. 56, 55, 54 seconds to go. He'll let Adebayo bring it up. Hand to Max Strus. Strus turns to the right side of the floor, launches a tough three. Got it! Max Strus, 11 straight for Miami. And it's a one-possession game, 98-96. Tatum pounding it. Shot clock already at 7. Tatum floats it to Marcus Smart. Smart right-hand dribble, attacks the paint. Pump fake, forces it up, off the glass, no good. Rebound Butler. Miami with the ball, down by 2. 19 seconds to go. Butler for 3, short. Rebound, Jaylen taps it to Al Horford. Miami has to foul. Marcus Smart gets mugged across half court, and the clock stops with 11.4 to go in Game 7. Jimmy Butler had it on his fingertips. He had an open 3 for the lead, and a shot and a moment that will be replayed forever. Saw the shot hit the rim, the Celtics grabbed the rebound, and now are free throws away from the NBA Finals.
This is crazy.
Strus launches a 3, no good. Rebound, Al Horford. The clock has hit triple zeros, and the ball ends up in the hands of Al Horford, who goes to the NBA Finals for the first time as one of the greatest road seasons in NBA history now has its signature moment. The trophy is on the table at center court. Cedric Maxwell will present it to the Boston Celtics, and undoubtedly the MVP to Jimmy Butler in a series we will remember forever. This is the 22nd time the Boston Celtics have reached the NBA Finals. None of the previous 21 had a path like this to get there. Sweeping the preseason conference favorites in round 1, eliminating the defending world champions in 7 games, and tonight taking Kyle Lowry, Jimmy Butler, and the Miami Heat to the final seconds of Game 7. But the Boston Celtics, the NBA's best team in the second half of the year, have survived every crucible, and they have reached the game's ultimate stage, and the matchup we have waited for a half-decade between the Celtics and the NBA's golden standard, the Golden State Warriors, is now a spectacular reality. The final score in Game 7, Boston 100, Miami 96. The Celtics are back in the NBA Finals. I said today I had this moment where I completely lost my mind and thought you actually might be coming back up to work after that ceremony, and I was sort of filling time in. I realized, Max is wandering around the court. I'm like, he's not coming back up there. By the way, I said it, I still say it now. I thought Jimmy Butler was the MVP of the series, but none of that mattered. All right, give everyone 30 seconds on what it was like to be on the floor in the middle of that moment.
It was just surreal. I mean, thinking about these guys and the hump that they got over, and it was such a pleasure for me to give that trophy out, which it weighed a ton. I thought it was lightweight. But
if you drop that, that lives forever.
Well, to give it to Al Horford. and let him drop it. And it was just a pleasure to say, "Old man Al." Some people got on me, "Oh, don't call him old." Well, in NBA circles, he's an old dude, but he played extremely well to get there.
So, obviously, a ton to unpack from Game 7 in history. We'll do that. We got to move on to Game number 1 because the teams are on the floor. Max's player to bank on in Game 1 is brought to you by CSB, the 2022 Equity Builder Program. At CSB, first-time home buyers can receive up to $22,000 towards their down payment and closing costs. Apply today at ClintonSavings.com. Member FDIC, DIF, equal housing lender.
Dude who controls the initial point of attack for the Celtics. Be Marcus Smart yet again. He's going to be in the storm, playing against the greatest shooter maybe the NBA has ever seen in Steph Curry.
Marcus Smart took a lot of heat for missing shots. Everybody missed shots at the end of Game 7 because everybody was exhausted, and yet